Hello children, in this video we'll solve miscellaneous exercise of your 5th chapter, that is complex numbers and quadratic equations. In this exercise we have 20 sums, so without further delay let's start solving. Here first question is, evaluate iota power 18 plus 1 over iota power 25 whole cube, which we can solve like writing this iota power 4 into 4 plus 2 plus 1 power 25 is 1 over iota power 25, which we can write as iota power 4 into 6 plus 1 and its whole cube. Solving further, we can separate this as iota power 4 into 4 into iota square plus 1 over iota power 4 into 6 into iota power 1 whole cube. Rewriting this, we can write this as iota power 4 into iota square plus 1 over iota power 4 6 into iota and its whole cube. As we know, iota power 4 is 1, so 1 power 4 and iota square is minus 1 plus 1 over iota power 4 is 1 power 6 into iota its whole cube. We can mention this because iota square is minus 1 and iota power 4 is 1, which we have used here. Solving it, 1 power 4 is 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1, plus 1 over 1 power 6 is 1 into iota is iota. Now we have here iota in denominator, so let's remove this by simply multiplying and dividing by iota. Upon solving, we got 1 into iota over iota square. This is minus 1 plus iota over iota square is minus 1. This we can write as minus 1 minus iota whole cube. We can take this minus common out of this bracket, so we'll come out with minus 1 cube and we left with 1 plus iota inside this bracket and its cube. Minus 1 cube is minus 1 plus iota cube. As we know, a plus b cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3a into b into a plus b. Solving this, 1 cube is 1, iota cube is minus iota as we know, plus 3 iota into 1 is 3 iota plus 3 iota into iota 3 iota square. On solving, we get 1 minus iota plus 3 iota plus 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3. No problem, we write 3 into minus 1. Now solving this, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 3 iota minus iota is plus 2 iota. On solving, we get minus of minus 2 as 2, minus of plus 2 iota as minus 2 iota, which is your required answer. Second question is, for any two complex numbers z1 and z2, prove that real part of z1 into z2 is equal to real part of z1 into real of z2 minus imaginary of z1 into imaginary of z2. For this, let us assume that z1 is equal to x1 plus iota y1, any complex number, and z2 is also another complex number, that is x2 plus iota y2. On left hand side, we need real part of z1 into z2. So first of all, let's multiply these complex numbers. So how to multiply? X1 with this x2 plus iota y2, we get x1 into x2 plus iota into x1 into y2 plus iota into y1 into x2 plus iota into iota square into y1 into y2. Upon solving, we get x1 into x2. We are writing real parts on one side. So this iota square we know is minus 1, and it will be real part, that is without iota. So I am writing it on one side. And the terms with iota, by taking iota common, I am writing on other side. So you can see z1 z2 is equal to x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus iota into x1 y2 plus y1 x2, out of which real part of z1 z2 is x1 x2 minus y1 y2, this part which is without iota. And to this we can write this as x1 is real part of z1. So to this x1 we can write real part of z1, and x2 is real part of z2. So we can write it as real part of z2 minus y1 is imaginary part of z1 and y2 is imaginary part of z2. So we are writing like this, which is our right hand side. So our left hand side is equal to right hand side. That is your answer. Third question is, reduce 1 upon 1 minus 4 iota minus 2 upon 1 plus iota into 3 minus 4 iota over pi plus iota to the standard form. So let us solve this bracket first. So to solve this, let us take LCM. This is 1 minus 4 iota into 1 plus iota, and this cross multiply 1 into 1 plus iota minus 2 into 1 minus 4 iota, and this as it is 3 minus 4 iota over 5 plus iota. Upon solving, this is 1 plus iota minus 2 plus 8 iota over, let us multiply this, this is 1 plus iota minus 4 iota minus 4 iota square, and writing this as it is 3 minus 4 iota upon 5 plus iota. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 8 iota plus iota is 9 iota over 1 plus 4 is 5 minus 3 iota into 3 minus 4 iota over 5 plus iota. Now let's multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. We get minus 3 plus 4 iota plus 27 iota minus 36 iota square over 25 plus 5 iota minus 15 iota minus 3 iota square. Upon solving, we get minus 3 plus 36. I am writing directly. Plus 31 iota over 25 plus 3 minus 10 iota. On solving this, 36 minus 3 is 33 plus 31 iota over 28 minus 10 iota. But this is not the standard form because iota is there in denominator. So we will multiply and divide by conjugate of denominator, that is 28 plus 10 iota over 28 plus 10 iota. Now multiplying this 33 into 28, we get 924 plus 33 into 10 is 330 iota plus 31 into 28 is 868 iota plus 31 into 10 is 310 iota square over, this is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square. This is equal to 924 minus 310. We get 4, 1 and 6. Let's check. 614 plus, adding this we get 8, 9 and 11, that is 1198 iota over 28 square is 784 minus 100 iota square. Separating this we get 614 1198 iota over 784 plus 100 is 884. Separating this we get 614 over 884 plus 1198 iota over 884. Again we can divide it by 2. We will get 307 over 442 plus denominator will be 442 and numerator will be 599 iota, which is in standard form. That's your result. Next, fourth question is, if x minus iota y is equal to a plus iota b over c minus iota d under root, prove that x square plus y square whole square is equal to a square plus b square over c square plus d square. So what we do, taking conjugate on both sides, we get x plus iota y, because conjugate means changing iota to minus iota. We have taken conjugate on both sides, so on both sides we'll change iota to minus iota. We'll get a plus iota b over c plus iota d. We mark this equation number 1 and this as equation number 2, and let's operate 1 into 2. So multiplying left hand side with left hand side, we get x minus iota y into x plus iota y, and right hand side with right hand side will get a minus iota b over c minus iota d into a plus iota b over c plus iota d. On solving, this is a minus b into a plus b, so we get a square minus b square. This side in square root we get a minus iota b into a plus iota b, and in denominator c minus iota d into c plus iota d. Upon solving, we get x square minus iota square y square is equal to square root of, this is again a minus b into a plus b, so a square minus b square over, this is also a minus b into a plus b, so a square minus b square. Further solving, this is x square minus this iota square is minus 1, minus into minus plus, so x square plus y square is equal to the same this side, iota square is minus 1, so it will become a square plus b square over c square plus d square. Upon squaring on both sides, we get x square plus y square whole square is equal to a square plus b square c square plus d square, which is your result. Fifth question is, convert 1 plus 7 iota over 2 minus iota whole square in the polar form. So first of all, we need to write this in standard form. This is 1 plus 7 iota over a minus b square is a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b, which is equal to 1 plus 7 iota over 4 minus 1 minus 4 iota. This is 1 plus 7 iota over 3 minus 4 iota. Iota cannot be in denominator, so we'll multiply by its conjugate. On solving, we get 3 plus 4 iota plus 21 iota plus 28 iota square over a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. Upon solving this, we get 3 minus 28, that is minus 25. This is plus 25 iota over 9 minus 16 iota square, which is equal to minus 25 plus 25 iota over 9 minus 16 into minus 1, that is plus 25. So by solving this or separating this, we get minus 1 plus iota, which is in standard form. So the complex number in standard form is equal to minus 1 plus iota. And to write in polar form, we need r and theta. For that, we write its x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. And we mark these equations as number 1 and number 2. To get r, what we do? We just square and add these equations. Minus 1 square plus 1 square equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. Minus 1 square is 1, 1 square is 1, taken r square common, we get cos square theta plus sin square theta. As we know, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So on the right hand side we get r square, 1 plus 1 is 2. So taking square root we get r equal to root 2. We don't write plus minus root 2 because r is our modulus and it is always positive. Now we have got r, we need to find theta. To find theta, what we do? We divide equation 2 by equation 1. This is r sin theta over r cos theta is equal to, we write here modulus sign. To find the angle in the first quadrant, this r gets cancelled. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. This is equal to 1 when angle is 45 degree or pi by 4 radians. I write both. Now this may not be our actual angle, so we have to check it from equations 1 and 2. So from equation 1, our cos theta is negative and sin theta is positive. So this is possible only in second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos theta is negative and sin theta is positive. And if theta is in the second quadrant, then actual angle will be pi minus theta. So actual angle is equal to pi minus, that is 3 pi by 4 or 135 degree. So therefore polar form will be z equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta, where r is root 2 and theta is 3 pi by 4. Which is your required answer. Fifth, second part is convert 1 plus 3 iota over 1 minus 2 iota in the polar form. So first of all, it is not in standard form. Let us write in standard form by multiplying and dividing by the conjugate of denominator. By multiplying this, 1 plus 2 iota plus 3 iota plus 6 iota square over a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. This is 1 minus 6 is minus 5 plus 5 iota over 1 minus 4 iota square, that is plus 4. Upon solving, minus 5 upon 5 minus 1, 5 iota upon 5 is iota. So it is the same as we have done in the first part. Fifth question, first part, the same complex number was there. So z is equal to minus 1 plus iota. Solving this, x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Mark this and equation number 2. To find r, squaring and adding these equations, we get minus 1 square plus 1 square equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. Minus 1 square is 1, plus 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Taken r square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So r is equal to root 2. To find theta, let us divide equation 2 by 1. We get r sin theta upon r cos theta. We write modulus sign here to get the angle in the first quadrant. Let us cancel this r. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta, and tan theta is equal at pi by 4 radians, or I write in degrees also. But this may not be the actual angle. Then how to find actual angle? We have to check equation number 1 and 2. Here cos theta is negative and sin theta is positive, which is only possible in second quadrant, where sin is positive and cos is negative. So if angle is showing us that it is in second quadrant, so we write pi minus theta as actual angle. So therefore actual angle will be equal to pi minus pi by 4, or 3 pi by 4, or 135 degree. So our complex number in polar form is like r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. Putting values of r and theta, we get cos 3 pi by 4 plus iota sin 3 pi by 4, which is your required answer. Sixth question is solve 3x square minus 4x plus 20 by 3 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. Rewriting this or multiplying by 3, we get 9x square minus 12x plus 20 equal to 0. On comparing with general quadratic equation or the standard quadratic equation, we get a is equal to 9, b is equal to minus 12, and c is equal to 20. Now using formula to find roots, that is x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac under root upon 2a. Putting values of a, b, c here, minus of minus 12 plus minus square root of minus 12 square minus 4 into 9 into 20 over 2a, that is 12 plus minus this is 144 minus this is 36 into 2, 720 over 18. It is equal to 12 plus minus of 6, then we get 11, then we get 7 here, and 6 minus 1, 5, 576 over 18, which we can write as 12 plus minus, because minus is in the square root, so we'll write iota, and 576 square root is 24. So separating this, we get 12 over 18 plus minus 24 by 18 into iota. Simplifying this, 6 into 2, 12, and this 6 into 3, 18. Similarly, we can cancel this at 6, that is 6 into 4, 24. So we get 2 by 3 plus minus 4 by 3 iota as your required solution. Seventh question is solve x square minus 2x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, and we can rewrite this as multiplying 2 on both sides. We get 2x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. On comparing with standard quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to 3. Now using formula to find roots, that is x equal to minus b plus minus square root 4ac over 2a. Putting values of ABC, we get minus of minus 4 plus minus square root of minus 4 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3 upon 2a. Upon solving, we get 4 plus minus 16 minus 24 over 4. This is 4 plus minus 8, so iota will be there, and 8 square root, that is 2 root 2 by 4. Separating this, we get 4 by 4 plus minus iota into 2 root 2 by 4. On simplifying, we get this 4 cancelled and this side 2 cancelled. So we get 1 plus minus root 2 by 2 into iota, which is your required answer. 8th question is solve 27x square minus 10x plus 1 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. So comparing with standard quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we get a is equal to 27, b is equal to minus 10 and c is equal to 1. Now using formula to find roots, that is x equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Putting values of ABC, minus of minus 10 plus minus square root of minus 10 whole square minus 4a into c over 2a. On solving, minus of minus 10 plus 10 plus minus 100 minus 4 into 27, 108 over 2 into 27, 54. On solving, 10 plus minus 100 minus 108, minus 8. So minus is inside the square root, so we use iota, and 8 square root is 2 root 2 over 54. Separating this, we get 10 over 54 plus minus 2 root over 54. On cancelling, we get 5 into 2, 10, and 27 into 2, 54. This side also we can cancel this 2 with 54. It will go at 27. So we get 5 by 27 plus minus root 2 over 27 into iota, which is your required answer. 9th question is solve 21x square minus 28x plus 10 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. So comparing with standard quadratic equation, we get a is equal to 21, b is equal to minus 28 and c is equal to 10. Using formula to find roots, that is x equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. On putting values of ABC, we get minus of minus 28 plus minus 28 square minus 4a into c over 2a. On solving, this is plus minus square root of 784 minus This is 4 and 8, 840. Okay, over 42. On solving again, this is 28 plus minus. We get 840 minus 784. So which is equal to minus of 6, 5 minus 56 over 42. Rewriting this, 28 plus minus iota, because minus is in square root. 56 we can write 2 root 14 upon 42. Separating this, we get 28 over 42 plus minus iota into 2 root 14 over 42. Simplifying this can be cancelled at 14. So we get 14 into 3, 42, and 14 into 2, 28. This 2 can be cancelled with this 42. We get 21 over here. So we get it as 2 by 3 plus minus root 14 into iota over 21, which is your required answer. 10th question is, if Z1 is equal to 2 minus iota, Z2 is equal to 1 plus iota, find Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 over Z1 minus Z2 plus 1 its whole modulus. So let us find first this Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 over Z1 minus Z2 plus 1. Putting values of Z1 and Z2 over here, we get 2 minus iota plus 1 plus iota plus 1 over 2 minus iota minus Z2. So it will be minus 1 minus iota plus 1 its modulus. Solving this, we get 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. And this iota get cancelled. 4 over, in denominator 2 minus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, minus iota, that is minus 2 iota its whole modulus. You can see here we can take 2 common and can be cancelled with the numerator. Let us take common. So we get 2 into 1 minus iota in denominator, and we can cancel this 2 and we get this 2 over 1 minus iota. Iota we don't want to keep in denominator, so we multiply by its conjugate and divide by its conjugate. On solving this, we get 2 into 1 plus iota over, this is a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square, its modulus. This is equal to 2 into 1 plus iota over 1 minus of minus 1, that is 2. We can cancel this 2 and we are left with modulus of 1 plus iota. And modulus of a complex number, we know it is equal to square root of square of real part plus square of imaginary part, that is equal to root 2, which is your answer. Eleventh question is, if a plus iota b is equal to x plus iota whole square over 2x square plus 1, prove that a square plus b square is equal to x square plus 1 whole square over 2x square plus 1 whole square. Now mark this as equation number 1. Taking conjugate on both sides, we get a minus iota b, just changing iota to minus iota, On right hand side we'll get x minus iota whole square over 2x square plus 1 as it is, because in denominator there is no iota. Let us mark this as equation number 2. Multiplying 1 and 2, these equations, left hand side with left hand side and right hand side with right hand side. So this is equal to x plus iota whole square over 2x square plus 1 into x minus iota whole square over 2x square plus 1. Upon solving, this is a plus b into a minus b. We get a square minus b square. On right hand side, this is a square into b square, which can be written as, this is a square into b square, which can be written as a into b whole square over 2x square plus 1 whole square. Solving this, iota square is minus 1, so left hand side becomes a square plus b square. On right hand side, this is a plus b into a minus b, which can be written as a square minus b square, its whole square, over 2x square plus 1 whole square, which in turn gives us x square plus 1, because minus of minus 1 is plus 1, its whole square, over 2x square plus 1 whole square, which is your answer. 12th first part is, let z1 is equal to 2 minus iota, z2 is equal to minus 2 plus iota. Find real part of z1 into z2 over z1 conjugate. So let us find first z1 into z2 over z1 conjugate. Putting these values of z1 and z2, we get 2 minus iota into z2 as minus 2 plus iota over conjugate of z1, that is 2 plus iota, just changing iota to minus iota. On multiplication, we get minus 4 plus 2 iota plus 2 iota minus iota square over 2 plus iota. Solving it, this is minus 4, this is minus of minus 1, that is plus 1, minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3, 2 iota plus 2 iota is 4 iota over 2 plus iota. Now to write in standard form, let us multiply and divide by its conjugate. Again on solving, this is minus 6 plus 3 iota plus 8 iota minus 4 iota square over a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. This is equal to minus 6 minus 4 into minus 1 plus 4. So minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2 plus 11 iota over 2 square 4 minus of minus 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. On separating this or writing in standard form, we get 11 over 5 iota. So this is z1 into z2 over z1 conjugate. But we need a real part of this. So real part of z1 z2 over z1 conjugate is equal to minus 2 by 5, which is your answer. Next is second part. Let z1 is equal to 2 minus iota, z2 is minus 2 plus iota. Find imaginary part of 1 over z1 into z1 conjugate. So first of all, let us find 1 over z1 into z1 conjugate. This is equal to 1 over 2 minus iota into its conjugate, changing iota to minus iota, that is 2 plus iota. Multiplying this, This is a minus b, this is a plus b, so this is a square minus b square, which is equal to 1 over 4 minus of minus 1 plus 1, that is 1 upon 5. In standard form we can write plus 0 iota. We need imaginary part of this, so its imaginary part is equal to 0. That's your answer. 13th question is find the modulus and argument of complex number 1 plus 2 iota over 1 minus 3 iota. This is not in standard form, so first of all let's change into standard form. 1 plus 2 iota over 1 minus 3 iota into 1 plus 3 iota over 1 plus 3 iota. Upon multiplication we get 1 plus 3 iota plus 2 iota plus 6 iota square over a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. Solving this, 1 plus 6 into minus 1, that is minus 6. So 1 minus 6 is minus 5 plus 5 iota over 1 minus 9 into minus 1, 1 plus 9, that is 10. So separating this we get minus 5 by 10, that is minus half, plus 5 by 10, that is plus half into iota. So this is our standard form. This is our complex number in Cartesian form. Now to find its modulus and argument we write x equal to, that is real part, equal to r cos theta and y part equal to r sin theta, where r is our modulus and theta is our argument. So let us mark these as equation number 1 and 2. To find modulus we operate sum of squares of these equations. We get minus half square plus half square equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. Minus half square is 1 by 4, half square is also 1 by 4, taken r square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 2, that is r square. So on taking square root we get r is equal to 1 by root 2. We don't write plus minus because this is modulus, it is always positive. To find theta we operate equation 2 over equation 1. We get r sin theta over r cos theta is equal to half over minus half. We write modulus half over minus half. Modulus we write to find the angle in first quadrant. This is equal to minus 1, its modulus is 1. We can cancel this r. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. We know tan theta is 1 when theta is equal to pi by 4 radians or 45 degree. This may not be the actual angle. So how to find this? From equation 1 and 2 we check cos theta is negative and sin theta is positive, and it is possible only if angle is in the second quadrant. So from here we got that angle should be in the second quadrant, and when theta is in the second quadrant then this is not the right answer because this is 45. Okay, so when theta is in second quadrant then we write this theta as, or the actual angle as, pi minus theta. So our actual angle or the argument is equal to pi minus pi by 4, which is equal to 3 pi by 4, or in degrees 135 degree. 14th question is find the real numbers x and y if x minus iota y into 3 plus 5 iota is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24 iota. Question is x minus iota y into 3 plus 5 iota is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24, that is, it is the conjugate of this. So we multiply this side and we take its conjugate, that is 3x plus 5x iota minus iota 3y minus iota into iota square, 5 into y, this is 5y. Its conjugate is minus 6 plus 24 iota. On left hand side, let us separate real and imaginary parts. Iota square is minus 1, so we are writing this separately. 3x minus and into minus plus, so it will be plus 5y. Taken iota common from this, we get 5x minus 3y equal to minus 6 plus 24 iota. Now, two complex numbers are equal if their respective parts are equal. That is, real part on the left hand side is equal to real part on the right hand side, and imaginary part on the left hand side is equal to imaginary part on the right hand side. So from this we'll find x and y. So let's mark this equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. By using equating the coefficients, so what I am doing, I am multiplying 1 by 5. We get 15x plus 25y is equal to minus 30, and multiplying equation 2 by 3, we get 15x minus 9y is equal to 72. Just to making the coefficients of x equal, mark this equation number 3 and 4. Now operating 3 minus 4, we get this cancelled. 25 minus of minus 9, that is 34y is equal to minus 30 minus 72 minus 102. So y is equal to minus 102 over 34, that is equal to minus 3. Putting this value of y in equation number 1, I write from equation 1, 3x plus 5 into y is equal to minus 6. So 3x equal to minus 6 plus 15. Taken this minus 15 to that side. So 3x is equal to 15 minus 6 is 9. So x equal to 9 by 3, that is 3. So x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 3. This is your answer. 15th question is find the modulus of 1 plus iota over 1 minus iota minus 1 minus iota over 1 plus iota. So first of all we find this value, then after we'll find its modulus. So take an LCM. This is 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota. Cross multiplying, this is 1 plus iota whole square minus 1 minus iota whole square, which is equal to, this is a plus b whole square, so a square plus b square plus 2ab minus a square plus b square, but minus is outside, so minus b square minus 2ab, outside minus, so plus 2ab, over a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. Just check here, iota square plus iota square and minus iota square are there, so can be cancelled. This one will also be cancelled. So 2 iota plus 2 iota is 4 iota. Over 1 square is 1, minus of minus 1 again plus 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. Dividing this or cancelling this, we'll get 2 iota. And by taking its modulus, this is equal to, you can write it in standard form to better understand, 0 plus 2 iota. So modulus is square root of square of real part plus square of imaginary part, so which is equal to 0 plus 4 square root is 2. So this is modulus, that is your answer. 16th question is x plus iota y cube is equal to u plus iota v. Then show that u over x plus v over y is equal to 4 into x square minus y square. So let's open this. A plus b cube we know is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b is equal to u plus iota v. Opening this is x cube, iota cube is minus iota. This is 3xy iota into x, 3x square y iota plus 3xy square iota square. So this is 3xy square iota square is equal to u plus iota v. Now this iota square is minus 1, so just separating real and imaginary parts. X cube minus 3x y square, and from this taken iota common, this is 3x square y minus y cube is equal to u plus iota v. Now two complex numbers are equal if their corresponding parts are equal, that is real part of first is equal to real part of second and imaginary part of first is equal to imaginary part of second. That is x cube minus 3xy square is equal to u and 3x square y minus y cube is equal to v. Dividing both sides of this equation number 1, we can mark it. So dividing both sides by x, we get x square minus 3y square equal to u by x. Let us mark this as equation number 2. Similarly, we can mark this equation number 3 and let's divide on both sides by y. We'll get 3x square minus y square equal to v upon y. Let us mark this equation number 4. We need to find u upon x plus v upon y and we have to prove it equal to 4 into x square minus y square. So from this 2 and 4, let us add this equation number 2 and 4. We get on the right hand side u upon x plus v upon y, and on the left hand side x square plus 3x square is 4x square, minus 3y square minus y square is minus 4y square, or taking common 4 we get x square minus y square, which is your result. 17th question is, if alpha and beta are different complex numbers with modulus of beta is equal to 1, then find modulus of beta minus alpha over 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta. So first of all, understand this. If z is any complex number, that is x plus iota y, then z conjugate is x minus iota y. If I multiply these two, we'll get, this is a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square, which is equal to x square plus y square. And also we know modulus of z is equal to square root of x square plus y square. If I square on both sides, we get modulus of z whole square equal to x square plus y square. So from these both the equations, we get modulus of z square is equal to z into z conjugate. I hope it is clear. Z is x plus iota y, z conjugate is x minus iota y. Multiplying them, we got x square plus y square. Modulus of z is square root of x square plus y square, and its square is x square plus y square. So modulus of z whole square is equal to z into z conjugate. So this property I am going to use because alpha beta are complex numbers, so their subtraction, okay, its conjugate, its multiplication, and their division will also be a complex number. So this whole will be a complex number. Okay, so I am taking this as z. So I am using this modulus of z square, that is beta minus alpha over 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta whole square as beta minus alpha over 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta into beta minus alpha over 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta conjugate. Just check, this is I have taken as z. So modulus of z square is equal to z into z conjugate, which is equal to this as it is. Now conjugate of this is that because beta is a complex number, so its conjugate will be beta conjugate, or we write like this, and it will be alpha conjugate over, this is one real number. Okay, so real number will not change, it will remain 1. Alpha conjugate, so it will be conjugate of conjugate. Okay, because one conjugate is already there, we are taking another conjugate, so it will become alpha conjugate's conjugate into beta conjugate. Now simply multiplying beta into beta conjugate minus beta into alpha conjugate minus alpha into beta conjugate plus alpha into alpha conjugate over 1 into 1 is 1 minus 1 into alpha conjugate conjugate. Actually alpha conjugate conjugate is equal to alpha, because we know z conjugate of conjugate is z. So treat this as alpha. So 1 into alpha into beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate into beta, minus minus plus alpha conjugate into alpha, beta into beta conjugate. Beta into beta conjugate, beta is also a complex number, so like z into z conjugate, we have written modulus of z whole square, so beta into beta conjugate can be modulus of beta square minus beta into alpha conjugate minus alpha into beta conjugate. Again alpha is a complex number, so alpha into alpha conjugate is modulus of alpha square over 1 minus alpha into beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate into beta. Again alpha into alpha conjugate is modulus of alpha square, beta into beta conjugate modulus of beta square. We are given modulus of beta is 1. So modulus of beta square will also be 1. So modulus of beta square is 1 minus beta into alpha conjugate minus alpha into beta conjugate plus alpha conjugates, modulus square over 1 minus alpha into beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate into beta plus modulus of alpha square. Again modulus of beta is 1, so its square is also 1. You can see this numerator and denominator are same, so can we cancel these? So we get equal to 1. On the left hand side, modulus of this square is equal to 1. Taken square root on both sides, we get beta minus alpha over 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta is equal to 1. We cannot write plus minus 1 because we have taken square root. Why? Because on the left hand side we have modulus, and modulus is never negative. So this is your answer. 18th question is find the number of non-zero integral solutions of the equation modulus of 1 minus iota power x equal to 2x. So let's find modulus of 1 minus iota. Its modulus is square root of a real part square plus imaginary part square, and its power is x is equal to 2 power x. 1 square is 1, minus 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so this is root 2 power x is equal to 2 power x. This root 2 we can write 2 power half. This is half into x, can be written as 2 power x by 2. Two quantities are equal and their base is equal, that means their powers will also be equal. Cross multiplying, bringing on one side, 2x minus x is x, but we are told to find the number of non-zero integral solutions, but we have got zero solution. So that means there is no non-zero integral solution. So we can write here no solution is possible. 19th question is if a plus iota b into c plus iota d into e plus iota f into g plus iota h equal to a plus iota b, then show that a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square. So this is given to us. Let us mark this as equation number 1. Taking modulus on both sides, as we know, the modulus of product of complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli, okay, or modulus. So when we take modulus on both sides, okay, I write this step a plus iota b into c plus iota d into e plus iota f into g plus iota h. Its modulus is equal to modulus of a plus iota b. Now modulus of this product of these complex numbers can be written as product of these moduluses, moduli, okay, this is the plural. C plus iota d, this is e plus iota f into modulus of g plus iota h, this is equal to a plus iota b. And modulus we know how to find. This is square root of a square plus b square, that is real part square plus imaginary part square. Modulus of c plus iota d is c square plus d square. Its modulus is e square plus f square square root. Its modulus square root of g square plus h square. And on right hand side this is square root of a square plus b square. Upon squaring on both sides, we get a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square, which is your result. Twentieth question is if 1 plus iota over 1 minus iota power m is equal to 1, then find the least positive integral value of m. So let's solve this first 1 plus iota over 1 minus iota. Writing in standard form, multiplying and dividing by the conjugate of denominator. This is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab over a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. Power m is equal to 1. 1 square is 1, iota square is minus 1, so can be cancelled. So we get 2 iota over 1 square is 1 minus of minus 1, that is 2, whole power m is equal to 1. Again this 2 can be cancelled. So we get iota power m is equal to 1. Now we need the least positive integral value of m. Using hit and trial method, first by putting m is equal to 1, so iota power 1 is not equal to 1. Okay, I write here, this is not equal to 1. Putting m is equal to 2, we get iota square is equal to minus 1, which is also not equal to 1. Putting m is equal to 3, we get minus iota, which is again is not equal to 1. Putting m is equal to 4, we get 1. Okay, so by putting m is equal to 4, we get iota power m is equal to iota power 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the least positive integral value of m for which its power m is equal to 1, which is your answer.